Hey there, and welcome to This Explainer. Today, I'm going to act as your friendly lecturer. We're taking the sometimes intimidating, jargon-filled world of educational psychology and breaking it down into simple, step-by-step tools. Whether you're a student trying to figure out why some subjects just click while others are a total struggle, or you just want to study smarter and ace your next exam, you are definitely in the right place. Grab a seat, and let's get started. Don't worry if this looks like a heavy course load. Here is our quick step-by-step syllabus for today. We'll look at what educational psychology actually is, how we structure knowledge, different thinking styles, your personal cognitive style, and finally, some highly practical study strategies. Okay, let's dive right in. Section 1. What is educational psychology? Understanding the basics. Let's look at where the word actually comes from. Psyche means soul or mind, and logos means science or study. Put them together, and psychology is literally the science of the mind. It's just the study of our inner world. Super simple, right? A scholar named W.B. Kolesnik sums this up perfectly for us. He defines it simply as the science of human behavior. Basically, it's the study of why we act the way we do. Like, why do you bite your nails during a test? Or why do you feel completely drained after reading a textbook? That is human behavior in action. Now, let's bring it into the classroom. Expert C.V. Good explains that educational psychology takes that science of human behavior and applies it directly to learning. It's how we fix everyday problems. For example, why does a student completely blank on math formulas, but can paint an absolute masterpiece in art class? We're taking the science of the mind and using it to make education work better for everyone. So the main idea is, educational psychology is the science of how we behave and learn in a classroom. So now that we've got the science down, think about this. When you sit down at your desk to learn something completely new, how does your brain actually organize it? Are you neatly filing things away or just tossing it all into a messy pile? That brings us to Section 2, structuring our knowledge and building the mental map. Okay, here's our first major contrast, linear versus nonlinear. Some of us naturally build knowledge linearly, right? Like you need to learn history chronologically, step by step, 1914, then 1915, and so on. But others? Totally nonlinear. You might jump around a web of ideas, instantly connecting a world war from 100 years ago to modern-day economics. And hey, neither is wrong. It's just different mental filing cabinets. Similarly, you might prefer a hierarchical top-down approach. This means you want the teacher to give you the big, overarching rules of physics first, and then the smaller details. Or you might be a networked learner. That's where you look at a bunch of messy, real-world examples first and piece together the overarching rules yourself. So the main idea is we organize new information either by following strict logical steps or by connecting big, interconnected themes like a web. Knowing how knowledge is structured is just half the battle. Let's look at Section 3, different styles of thinking, or how your mind actually moves through that knowledge. If we map out thinking styles, we generally see 4 main branches. Imagine you just got an essay prompt. Analytical thinkers, they're going to immediately break that prompt down into tiny bite-sized parts. Holistic thinkers will step back and look at the overall message. Creative thinkers want to invent an entirely new, out-of-the-box solution. And critical thinkers, they'll literally cross their arms and question if the textbook's arguments are even right in the first place. So which one sounds like you? What's really cool is how these pieces fit together into what's called the 3S concept. Step 1 is your style of thinking. Step 2 is the structure of knowledge being presented to you. And when those two crash together, you get Step 3, your style of learning. It's an equation. Your ultimate learning style is just how your personal thinking style meshes with the structure of the material. So the main idea is true learning happens when your unique style of thinking successfully interacts with the structure of the knowledge. Let's move to Section 4, your personal cognitive style. Let's find your fit so you aren't wasting hours fighting against your own brain. Let's figure this out using 3 basic cognitive styles. First up, the field-dependent student. This person relies on external cues, loves studying in social groups, and thrives on big-picture context. Next is the field-independent student. This person loves studying all alone, zeroing in on structured details and rules. And finally, the reflective student. This is the cautious, critical thinker who always takes a second to ponder abstract ideas before raising their hand in class. So the main idea is your personal cognitive style dictates whether you learn best by looking at the big picture with friends or focusing on tiny details all alone. All right, time for the most important part. Section 5, Practical Study Strategies and Upgrading Your Everyday Habits. This is the how-to part. Understanding your learning style directly informs exactly how you should be studying. Different styles literally require totally different techniques, like using specific highlighters to organize notes, making physical models, or jumping on a computer to type it all out. The absolute key here is matching the tool to the brain. If you realize today that you're an analytical, linear learner, you gotta try detailing each problem-solving step in sequence, and maybe use a strict deck of flashcards. But if you're a holistic visual learner, ditch the boring lists. Instead, rely on color-coding your notes, draw quick little pictures of keywords in the margins, and slap visual sticky notes all over your room. So the main idea is, you can dramatically improve your exam scores by matching practical habits like color coding and flashcards directly to your brain's natural style. To wrap up our explainer today, I want to leave you with one final thought. You are no longer a beginner when it comes to the psychology of teaching and learning. You know exactly how your unique mind works now, whether it's linear, networked, reflective, or holistic. So here's my question for you. What is the very first study habit you're going to change tomorrow? Think about it, try out a new technique, and watch how much easier learning actually becomes. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and happy studying!